the soft ticking of grandfather clocks, and the scent of expensive perfume-filled ice cream. The city's most prestigious jewelry boutique. Polished marble floors reflected the crystal chandeliers above. Julian Thorne, a tech mogul, stood by the counter. He was purchasing a $50,000 watch, yet his face was expressionless. He checked his phone, indifferent. He possessed billions, yet looking at the cold diamonds, he felt a familiar, hollow loneliness. Outside the velvet ropes, old Arthur stood in a stained gray jumpsuit, clutching a crumpled envelope. He had spent 5 years scrubbing floors to save every penny. He hesitated, his work boots muddy, then pushed the heavy glass door open. The hush in the room was immediate. Ladies in furs clutched their purses tighter. Mr. Sterling, the store manager, marched over, his nose wrinkled in disgust. "Get out," he sneered, blocking the display case. "We don't serve your kind here. You're dirtying my floor." Arthur's rough hands shook as he held up the envelope. "Please, sir, it's my wife's 50th anniversary. She's sick, and I promised her something beautiful." He looked down. "I have $300. Mr. Sterling let out a cruel laugh that echoed off the walls. $300. That wouldn't even buy the box. Leave now, before I call security to drag you out." Arthur's shoulders slumped, humiliation burning his cheeks. He turned to leave, but a deep voice boomed across the room. "Stop." Julian Thorne stepped forward. He looked at Arthur and saw his own father, a mechanic who had worked himself to the bone only to be looked down upon by men in suits. "Show him the ruby necklace," Julian commanded, "the one in the center window." "Mr. Thorne, surely you're joking," Sterling stammered, pale. "This man is a peasant." Julian stared him down, his eyes turning to ice. "No, he is a husband honoring his wife. That makes him more of a gentleman than you will ever be." Julian slammed his black card on the glass. "Wrap it up, and the matching earrings, too." The store went dead silent. Arthur's jaw dropped. "Sir, I can't pay you back, you already have," Julian said softly. "You reminded me what loyalty looks like." He turned to the gaping customers. "You all stare at his clothes, but you should be envious of his character. Money buys things. Love creates a life." Sterling hung his head, shamed. Julian walked Arthur out to his waiting limousine, holding the velvet bag. "Let's go to the hospital," Julian said, opening the door for the janitor. "I want to meet the woman who inspired such love." As the car pulled away, Arthur wiped tears from his wrinkled face. Why help an old janitor? Julian smiled, feeling a warmth in his chest he hadn't felt in years. "Because today," he whispered, "you taught a billionaire what it really means to be rich."